Hello, everyone, and welcome to a coverage of today's snapshot. Today's snapshot is 14W02A. It is the first snapshot of the new year, and it has added several new blocks. There's one of them in the distance, but I'm going to jump right in. The first block is a slime block, and the slime block is crafted by putting 9 slime in a crafting table. And what the slime block does, and if you jump on it, let me just show you here. It kind of bounces you and you slowly lose traction. If you do it from a higher height, you can jump higher, but eventually it'll kind of just fall down. So I'll show you, you can jump back up. It's got pretty good bounce, but it could be higher. It could be a useful block though. Moving on, there are 3 new types of stone that has been added. Type number 1 is granite, and granite can also be made into polished granite. Type number 2 is diorite, which can be made into polished diorite. And type number 3 is andesite, which can be made into polished andesite. All of them are made into their polished form by putting a 2x2 in a crafting table, like so, and it gives you 4 of the block. Here's an example of them right over here. They look pretty nice, and they spawn naturally. So if you load up a world, you have a chance of finding these as well as stone. Moving on. Doors are now stackable, and when you create a door, you get 3 instead of the 1, which is pretty useful. How many times have you gone into a world and had to replace your doors with iron doors only to find your inventory full of wooden doors? Well, that's no longer a problem. And moving on, there have been major tweaks to enchanting and repairing. Let's do enchanting first. Now, I really like this feature because what it does is it utilizes lapis to help you enchant. As you can see, um, here, let me show you how it works with a basic enchanting table. So let me spawn in an enchanting table. Place it down, and we'll go into it and place a sword. Now, you can see the enchantments are lower because there's no bookshelves. Um, and what lapis originally does when you place it in is it allows you to access higher tiers. Um, Here, let me show you some of the higher tiers in with a full enchantment table, books and all. Now we have Unbreaking, Fire Aspect 1, and Bane of Arthropods 1. And I'm not sure if there's a guarantee you'll get these enchantments. Let's go ahead and try. See, you get Unbreaking and something else typically. So let's grab another sword. And it appears to remain the same a lot. I think what it might do is that once you've used certain enchantments, you unlock other enchantments. So if I were to enchant this with knockback, it also gets those enchantments too. See, it's kind of random, but you know you'll get at least that one enchantment. So that's a really cool enchanting update. And along with that, it's also a lot harder to get experience now. But we'll move on to that in a minute. After that, we have repairing tools. And here's the damage tool I have. So let me grab the diamonds too. Now you see, if I repair this, normally it would probably cost like 13 levels or something, but now it costs 1 level to repair. And that is because, like I said earlier, it's harder to get levels now. Now what we're going to do is spawn in some mobs. So let me change the time to night for the slash. Time set 200. And let's spawn in some zombies. And let's grab a chest plate real quick. And then we'll switch into survival. Now let's see how much experience we get from these guys. Oh, I'm burning. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's fairly normal. What I'm guessing is that it'll get a lot harder to get levels once you level up. Let me grab a bow real quick. And we'll just kill a few more mobs to test this theory out. So, let's go game mode 0. Okay, want to make sure he doesn't blow up the beautiful smiley face. Okay, so it looks like enchanting is fairly normal at first. Who shot me? Oh, you did. Okay, let's switch back to creative mode. Let's spawn in some bottles of enchanting and see how the levels work as they go up higher. So let's kind of let's set the time to day for a sec. And let's start throwing some bottles in myself. So it looks fairly normal, but I really thought I had heard that it was harder to get levels now. Well, in any case, it is a lot easier to enchant now. As you can see, when I enchant a sword, um, okay, see, here's where the lapis comes into play. And in creative mode, I didn't have enough levels, but you can see when I put in lapis, um, I see it uses lapis and enchantment levels, opposed to normal enchantment levels. You can see it says I need the lapis, and then for this I need a level 30 requirement, which I don't have. But now I can enchant with these now that I use lapis, so I get fire aspect, which is pretty cool. It's nice that lapis has a use now. It was kind of useless before. So this has been a pretty cool snapshot. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything real quick. Oh, I did miss one thing. Two things, actually. Thing number one, mossy cobblestone is now craftable. Now, I have not experimented with the crafting, but I, I guess it's something like this. Let's get some vines and cobblestone. Okay. Let's see if it's just as simple as that, or is it like a TNT pattern, like that? Okay, honestly, I don't know that crafting. If I figure it out, I'll just post an annotation on this video, or just post it in the description. But apparently, villager trading has also been updated. So let me grab village eggs. Okay, and I'll just make a little closed off area to put them in using the new blocks. Okay. Okay, so I just spawned a baby. So if I trade with him, it looks like he's apparently they have more reasonable trades, more realistic trades now. See, now I can trade rotten flesh. So if I spawn in 64 rotten flesh, then I can trade it to him, which was impossible before because this wasn't a trade. And then I can also trade him 9 gold ingots, which is probably a lot lower than it used to be. Okay, let's see if he's got new items. 4 ender pearls for an emerald. And an emerald for 4 redstone. See, that's still a pretty bad trade in my opinion, but whatever. Let's spawn in a few more and see if we can get any better trades. I'm hoping for like a blacksmith or something. Let me just get an egg from you. There's a farmer. What do you have? 17 wool for an emerald and 4 emeralds for a shear. So let's get you out of here. And you too. There's a librarian. 37 rotten flesh for an emerald. So these two are both librarians, so they have similar trades. Let's just spawn him in the open. He wants wheat and potatoes. That wasn't a trade before. Here's a blacksmith. 18 coal for an emerald and 7 emeralds for an iron axe. So this is a new... They've always traded coal, but they usually wanted a lot more. So that's a reasonable trade. So yeah, I think that's it for the snapshot. Let me just check. Other than that, it's just lots of small tweaks that aren't available to us. And there's also one change in the description. there are some new commands that, and there's a few changes. Adventure mode no longer lets you place/destroy blocks, but that can change. Added entity selectors, use and E and certain commands to target entities. You can limit it with bracket type equals chicken bracket or bracket type equals exclamation skeleton bracket. Added a /block data command. Added a lock string NBT tag on most containers. Added an optional entity parameter to /kill. Try /kill and E type equals exclamation player. So perhaps that means we can actually /kill other players now, which was impossible before. Because if you had a friend and you tried to type /kill and their name, it would kill you because it's not a command. Another change, added optional arguments to /clear for max item count. Use 0 to not actually delete anything, and NBT data. So now instead of just typing /clear on a block and it gets rid of all of it, you can type /clear 2 and it'll get rid of 2. And then there's other changes and tweaks. One thing I want to try real quick is that thing with the chests. It said, actually, that was like a command, I think. Let's try /block data. Okay, so that requires tags and coordinates, which I don't have at the moment. So, I can't really give you much information on that, but maybe you can find a more in-depth snapshot review, or perhaps you can figure it out yourself. You might be smarter than I am. Can you share with babies now? So, that's everything that's been added in Snapshot 14W02A. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you enjoyed my video and thought it was helpful, please give it a like, leave a comment, favorite the video, or subscribe if you enjoyed it that much. I post fairly commonly, and I hope to be posting more Snapshot coverage and more videos. So without further ado, thank you all for watching. This has been Famous Dog Studios, signing out.